This book right here has changed my life.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most heart-wrenching discoveries made on this genealogy docuseries that left the celebrity subjects visibly moved. Number 10, Pamela Adlon.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Actress Pamela Adlon went on Finding Your Roots in 2022 to validate a long-held rumour in her family that her mother was the product of an extramarital affair. The show ultimately confirmed that her actual grandfather was named Joseph Wolfew. Wolfew had another daughter named Gloria, who shared a 25% DNA match with Adlon's mother, making them half-sisters. Remarkably, Gloria was found to still be alive and well. Adlon was overwhelmed by this revelation and could not contain her excitement to share the news with her mother. Number 9, Claire Danes. Claire Danes was named after her paternal grandmother when she was born, but beyond that, she didn't know much about the other Claire Danes. It turned out that her grandmother, like herself, was deeply involved in theatre, directing local productions and even writing her master's thesis on William Shakespeare. This connection was particularly poignant for Danes, who had her breakthrough role in the 1996 film adaptation of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Dude, I'm amazing. Sorry, it's very provocative, all this.
It is.
Number 8, Tamira Mowry. For actress Tamira Mowry, it was particularly distressing to find out about the harrowing ordeal suffered by her third great-grandmother, Margaret Roll, who was born into slavery in the Bahamas. At a mere 9 years of age, Roll was already listed in an official document as a field labourer, a reality that was incomprehensible to Mowry. The actress was further overcome with emotion as she contemplated the unimaginable journey her ancestor was left to endure to attain freedom following the abolition of slavery.
And she was old enough to be conscious of.
That's yes.
I was
this, and now there's
that.
this.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
Number 7, Sterling K. Brown. Although African Americans trace their origins to individuals forcibly brought from Africa, it is rare to find people who were directly born on the continent in their family lineage. This is because by the time African Americans were first identified by name in the 1870 federal census, most of those born in Africa had already passed away. One of such rare cases occurred with actor Sterling K. Brown.
Birthplace of father, Africa. Birthplace of mother, Africa.
On Finding Your Roots, Brown discovered that his 5th great-grandparents were among the few native-born Africans who were still alive when the census took place. Number 6, Regina King.
You know, I couldn't imagine that 6-year-old being alone.
Right.
And, seeing it like this and seeing it written.
Yeah.
Just kind of hits differently.
The 3rd great-grandfather of actress and director Regina King was a man named Bob Kane, who was born into slavery. Reflecting on such a harsh reality compared with her own life brought King to tears. Her sorrow eventually turned to joy when she learned that after slavery ended and voting rights were granted to formerly enslaved people, Kane immediately registered to vote. Despite being unable to read or write at the time, Kane was determined to exercise this fundamental right. Number 5, Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson's roots trace back to Poland and Russia, with her maternal ancestors migrating to New York City in the early 20th century. Her maternal great-grandfather, Saul Schlamberg, had a brother named Moshek, whom he left behind in Grudziądz, Poland. Through a document retrieved from the Yad Vashem Holocaust Museum in Israel, Johansson discovered that Moshek and some of his children lost their lives in the Warsaw Ghetto.
It makes me feel more deeply connected to that side of myself, that side of my family. I didn't expect that.
Number 4, LeVar Burton. On Finding Your Roots, Burton discovered that his passion for education, which he once attributed solely to his mother, may have also come from the ancestors of his father, from whom he had been estranged for decades. A 1940 Arkansas Consensus document revealed that both his grandfather, Aaron C. Burton, and his great-grandfather, Pearl B. Burton, served as school superintendents. This struck Burton profoundly, as he realized how deeply his family's legacy had influenced his own advocacy, despite not being aware of it initially.
My reality has shifted.
Yeah, because you thought all of these attributes you got from your mom.
From my mom.
Yeah.
Number 3, David Duchovny. The ancestors of actor David Duchovny faced an arduous journey from their homeland before establishing their roots in the US. He discovered that Moshe and his family were part of about 1 million Jews who left Russia to escape anti-Semitic violence. However, even after moving to Jaffa in present-day Israel, the discrimination continued, and they were eventually deported to Egypt. Moshe and his father ultimately sailed to the United States and settled in New York.
They ran and they ran, and they got somewhere. You know, they didn't give up.
Number 2, Tracy Morgan. Before the Civil War, only a small fraction of black people living in America were not enslaved. One of them was Wiley Wharton, who happens to be the third great-grandfather of comedian Tracy Morgan. For Morgan, the revelation that his ancestor didn't have to endure being enslaved brought him a mixed feeling of relief and intense emotion. However, although Wharton was free, his wife Judy and their children were still in slavery. After the practice had been abolished, records indicate that Wharton, Judy and their children all remained together.
All the children stayed with them?
They all stayed with them. The Wharton family stayed together through slavery and freedom and Reconstruction.
Number 1, Pharrell Williams. In a 2021 episode of Finding Your Roots, acclaimed musician Pharrell Williams was introduced to his great-great-great-aunt, Jane Arrington. Arrington was a participant in the Slave Narratives Project in the 1930s and provided a detailed account of her years spent living as an enslaved person. Through her words, Williams gained insight into her harrowing experiences and was able to reflect on the hardship that she and many others like her were forced to endure. He also discovered that Arrington's brother, Fenner Williams, his great-great-grandfather, spent the first decade of his life enslaved.
And I thank God that I got to hear it. But I'm so sorry they went through this.